Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Ruben
from Bullion Now and littlecoinshop.com.au on both of them, bringing you a joint release.
Yeah, we don't really do this. It'll typically be one or the other, but this one, the theme carries across from the bullion to the numismatic.
It does. So I'm in the BN shirt, Ruben's in the LCS shirt.
That's the one.
And away we go. So this is a fantastic release from Germania Mint. Now, it's been fairly widely anticipated by a lot of people, and we're actually really excited to have it in and have a good look at it. So for those that don't know, Germania Mint, it's probably, I would actually argue it's the premier private mint in the world. It's certainly up there with the best, and I would say it holds its own with the likes of the Perth Mint, the Canadian Mint, which are both government mints, as well as, several of the other privately like the cream of the crop private mints. And we've seen their products before. We actually intentionally scattered a few around just in case people didn't know what their products were like. So we've seen the copper come through, which is the bane of my existence with some of the feedback we get from that.
You can't deny it's been popular though.
Yeah, it's incredibly popular, but I always receive a bit of pushback on why you're buying copper bars. Why aren't you just going down to Bunnings and buying a copper pipe?
But they sell out every time anyway.
Yeah, that's right. They're beautiful, incredibly beautiful bars that they produce in silver, all the way up to the 100-ounce bar. We've got the kilo here, all the way down to their 1 ounce little fella. And the packaging that they do, they're all shrink wrapped, which is why I'm not wearing gloves at the moment. And the box they come in. So incredibly skilled, fantastic production. You've got the gold cast bars, which look like minted bars because of the packaging, but they are actually a cast bar. And obviously we've seen their Thors, and the one prior to Thor was Odin. The Thor and the Odin bars that they did in a joint release with the Royal Mint, which were incredibly popular. So we know Germania quite well. We've stocked their products for quite a while, and we're used to the quality that they produce, which is always a very, very high quality. So when they came out with this Tree of Life, I'm not going to try and butcher the Nordic name for it.
I had someone send me a video, Michael. You basically swapped the Y to an I. It's Yggdrasil.
Okay, well, I'll believe you on that one. I'm not going to attempt to butcher it, but it's called the Tree of Life as well. And the artistic impression of these was absolutely astounding. So I'm incredibly excited to actually manage to open these. Where are we starting? The bullion or the...
I reckon we start the bullion and then get more excited when we see the design pop with the colour. Let's start there. So yeah, the mythical forest, or Yggdrasil. This one comes with some certs even just for the BU.
Yep. So the C of A, and then in here we will have a stunning selection of Tree of Life coins. Now I need to put my eyes on so I can see these properly, and we'll pop one out. Oh, here we go. The detail is going to get used quite a lot in this video, I can already tell. So you've got here this incredibly twisted, I don't know what the correct term is, but let's go with twisted, grown old tree. You can see the detail in the leaves there. I'd love to see this on a 10-ounce planchet size. This would be absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful coin as it is. It would just look stunning on a 10-ounce. So you've got this old twisted tree in full leaf. They're looking very wise. I don't know how they've captured that, but they've managed to capture it. Then you've got this this speckled background into it, which just kind of it draws this. It's I don't know what the words are. The speckling background is very impressive. But its impressiveness is the fact that it disappears into the background and actually allows this this tree to be drawn out of the design. So an incredible design. On the obverse, we've got the Germania Mint eagle, or double-headed eagle on the back, and 2025, and it is worth a grand total, I think that says 5 mark, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. So an incredibly beautiful bullion coin. Straight to the pool room with that one.
Indeed.
All right. Now my inner nerd can start coming out, and we get into hopefully the coloured ones. And I've been very much looking forward to these.
So for those on the Bullion Now channel that may not be familiar, Michael, Little Coin Shop is our sister company that handles the collector coins and numismatics. And these are a little bit more of the coins that they put a little bit more effort into. Typically lower mintage. They will try out different technologies and designs. So in this case, we're going to see some metallic colouring, I think Germania call it. And so yeah, you get to see things like boxes and flashier designs and stuff like that typically.
And quite often the process that the coin is produced under is different as well. So you'll quite often find that the dies are acid treated or cut a lot deeper, so they give a deeper, more defined impression when they're used. Quite often you will find that instead of 1 or 2 strikes on a coin, they will do many multiples of strikes on a coin, again to accentuate the design in them. And Ruben's right, sometimes they use, as they have in this case, they will use selective colouring techniques to draw out designs or make them stand out more or less. So there's all sorts of things.
It's a bit of a different hat to the stacking hat as well, is the other thing you have to keep in mind.
Alrighty.
Fishing out of the packing peanuts there.
Yeah. Even just the packaging that it comes in.
It's a lot more dramatic than I was expecting.
It certainly is, like just the standout. So this is the winter one. I think it's a turquoisey blue.
Yep.
From memory. But like the packaging, the detail they've gone into for the packaging on all sides. And then you open it up by sliding it out, hopefully, without damaging anything. And then inside you've got the shipper, which will then fold open. Oh, wow. So you've got this incredible design. So we'll stick it right next to the bullion coin. So you can see there that the toning that they've actually produced with the colours in there just absolutely make this thing pop. That looks incredible. And then it also comes with a coloured certificate of authenticity.
Mintage of only 400 on these ones, Michael.
Yeah, with the Germania hologram on the back. Alrighty, so that is the stunning winter one. There should be more in these packages. So let's start moving through. So that took a little bit, but in here we should have the rest of the colours.
The remainders.
So this one is upside down, Miss Jane. This one's autumn. So again, you can see those beautiful autumn colours in the packaging. They do an amazing job with the packaging.
Getting a very big, kind of like fire and ice thing here between the very blue winter and the almost, fiery autumn.
And then you've got this beautiful orange leading into gold colouring
that
within the tree.
Gradient is so cool.
Yeah, they've done... I thought the blue was great. I love the way it went from the kind of that dark blue through to the electric blue, but this one I think I like even more. So that is autumn, the autumnal one.
We've seen a few like this now, Michael, where we kind of get the whole series all at once, and I have to admit, it feels a little bit like cheating. we had the Legendary Warriors where we had quite a few kind of all at once. And, it takes away the waiting game. You can kind of get them all at once. And I don't know if that's good or bad.
Alrighty, spring. So again, you've got the
beautiful
blossom colouring of spring. Actually, I'm putting these slightly out of order, aren't I? So again, a beautiful colouring, beautiful design on the box. And then inside. Yeah, I still think the autumn one's my favourite. I like that spring, kind of like almost a plum colouring. Again, with the certificate of authenticity. And these are in very limited numbers, just before we jump too far into it. Did we say there were 400?
400 only, yeah.
And that's worldwide. That's not just what the end got allocated. So we've got the spring one there. And that should leave us with summer, I'm assuming.
One would assume so. This will be one of the few times that's it. We'll have 2 different links down in the description. We'll have ones for Bullion Now and some for Little Coin Shop.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Does that take the spot for your favourite?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually trying to decide between the two. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I love the detail I've got with the brown of the twisted tree trunk, leading into this graduation of that green through to, again, a yellowy, almost golden in the tips. That's just absolutely stunning. So look at the detail, as we keep saying, Rubes. Look at the detail.
Need to break out of the thesaurus, I think.
Yeah, that's right. If you can think of another word for detail, put it down below. Educate us. I haven't set that up very well, but you get the idea.
It's very cool to see them all lined up like that.
And then in the middle, we need to put the bullion coin. I hate to say it, this is one of the rare times where I say, actually, I think the numismatic one puts the bullion one almost to shame, because they've done such a stunning job with these coins.
Does make it a little bit difficult to not have that awesome pop of colour there, but as we said at the start, it is a different type of product.
Yeah, but you can't buy one. Like this one's really going to annoy me.
If you were going to, which one's your pick?
I don't know. I'd have to go for two. I'd say that the summer and the autumn. I love them.
Yeah.
But having said that, I really like the winter. Probably the one I like least, and I'm really scraping it here, is the spring.
Yeah.
But I love all of them. I think they're all stunning, absolutely stunning, which is what we expect from Germania. I
was going to say, it's not too far out of left field from those guys.
They are world class. They're up there with the best. Matt and I constantly argue between which is better, the Perth Mint or the Royal Canadian Mint. But either way you look at it, these guys are right up there with those two, amongst the best there. So that is the release. I'm not going to pronounce the name. I'll leave that to Ruben, but it's the Tree of Life series for the rest of us mere mortals. And they are available in very limited numbers while stocks last. We weren't able to secure humongous amounts, certainly not as many as I would have liked, but we certainly did get a good dose. So they're on the website, both littlecoinshop.com.au for the coloured, and then Bullion Now for the bullion one. What I should have done is actually prepared a listing that had all of them in to make it easier, but we didn't do that. So you're going to have to go to both websites. I apologise for that.
The other asterisk I'm going to put next to that is that we don't ship the bullion and the numismatics together. Little Coin Shop and Bullion Now don't cross ship just with the packaging and things like that. Yeah, we like to make sure they arrived unscathed to their destination. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're picking up one of these coloured ones or the and the bullion or something else from Bullion Now's website. You will just need to put that through as a separate order.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not to be awkward. That's just because bullion coins have a habit of damaging numismatic packaging, no matter how well we pack it. The couriers seem to come up with new and ingenious ways to get things to move inside the box. So I apologise for that from the start.
All good. Thank you very much, Michael. I think that's everything. We will see you in the next one.
Sounds good. See you soon.